What is up, my beauties? Welcome back to my channel. I am Michaella Shanti if you beauties are new here to my channel. So today, beauties, we're gonna get right into the video, girl. So I'm gonna teach you guys how you can use this Colourpop palette over here. So we are getting into this little palette by Colourpop over here. It's called She's Got Solstice. Altogether, it has 9 shades in the palette. So we have some nice, beautiful shimmery shades over here. We have some nice neutral tones as well. So let me zoom into this palette for you guys. So beauties, this is the 9 shades as you guys can see over here. So we have So Serious, Big Bang, Quasar, Nova, Estrella, Super Stardust, Mars, Earth Angel, and Chromosphere. So these are all the nice beautiful shades over here, beauties. You guys, we gotta prep and prime, so I'm gonna get into my e.l.f. 16-hour camouflage concealer. Just pat a few dots on and we're gonna have a nice smooth base to get into. So beauties, I'm gonna be taking this shade over here. It is called Chromosphere, and we're gonna be blending that right into our crease. And we're gonna go in just patting a little bit, and then we're gonna smooth it out. And definitely, you guys, keep your hand when you're holding your brushes, don't keep your hand like up here. If you guys can see, yeah, don't keep your hand up here, you guys, when you're doing your, because this is just making it too harsh when you blend out your pigment. So move your hand a little more down over here and you'll get more even control of the brush, and you'll have a nice smoother, finer blend. So beauties, I'm just blending that right out in that area over here. That's what I'm really trying to do, is just focus on getting some stuff done in my life, and also trying to balance my YouTube, balance going to work, because I work full-time, you guys. So and beauties, I really just wanted to stop and tell you guys can see I'm focusing this in that circular motion. So definitely focus blending your pigment right in here, because this is what a halo eye is really about, is blending out these pigments right in your crease, so we have that nice darkened effect in a circular motion around your eye. And beauties, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, if you guys are like, oh, I can't do this look, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull this off, girl, you can pull this off, you guys. Like literally, even me right now, I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. Like I say, you guys, in my previous videos, pop on those lashes, girl, and then see how you feel about it. Because once you pop on your lashes, it's kind of like your cherry on top. It makes everything come together. And you guys, once I popped my lash on this right side of the eye, I was like, girl, period, I love this look. It's definitely giving me some Solstice vibes. I definitely have something else I want to incorporate in this look that's gonna give it, you know, some pop and sizzle. Okay. All right, beauty, so the next shade that we're getting into is this shade over here. It's called Quasar. It's kind of more of like a very matte brown shade over here. It's definitely nice and beautiful. It definitely gives you some natural vibes. It's not too outstanding or outspoken, something that's gonna really brighten up the upper part of our shading. And I'm using more of like a fluffier, let me show you guys, I'm using more of a fluffier blending brush over here. And then beauties, I'm just gonna blend this right on top of where we did put our other pigment. So you're kind of gonna try to blend these two pigments out together, because we have that darker pigment, we have this pigment, so we're just trying to lighten it up a little bit on the upper parts by our eyebrow over here. Because you're definitely going to see this gradient effect, you guys, when you do go into cutting your crease. You're going to see that darker pigment from that lighter pigment, and you really just want to try to blend and smooth this out as much as you can, so you can get a nice beautiful gradient effect, and people can see when you go from that darker shade to that lighter shade on top. And beauties, like I said, if you guys want to go into this 2 to 3 times, you can always brighten it up, put it, you know, blend it out to your desired effect until you feel you're happy with it, girl. Then we can move on to the next steps. All right, beauties, so you guys can see, give it a little bit of you know, different type of vibe after we blended that out. So I'm just gonna go back in with these 2 pigments and blend it out to my desired effect. So I do feel that's about my desired effect that I want for this upper shadow, and then we can always go in back again and, you know, darken it up a little bit when we do cut our crease. So next, beauties, we're gonna get into our cutting our crease. So right now I'm gonna go into my micellar water. I'm gonna take off a little bit of my shadow and kind of trace it out where I'm gonna have my halo eye. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. 16-hour camouflage concealer and use my concealer brush and make it in that circular motion, so we can come into this halo eye like this side of the eye over here. Cutting your crease, guys, can take some definite time, especially if you're like me and you want it precise and you don't want it, you know, everywhere. You want to make it nice and clean. Definitely take your time and go in and definitely with a steady hand, and make sure you're emphasizing that circular motion, and it'll come out super clean and perfect. All right, beauty, so that's what this is looking like over here. So now I'm gonna go back into my shading brushes. I'm gonna use that darker pigment and just pack on just a little bit on the top and then blend it out with my other lighter pigment on the top. So now we have our cut crease, girl. So what I'm gonna go do now is I'm gonna take off some of this concealer because I did use a lot to try to emphasize it, and then just put in a nice slim clean base of eyeliner instead of so thick. All right, beauty, so on the outer edges of our eyes, we're gonna use this beautiful glitter shade over here called Estrella. This is definitely a nice pink tone over here. It's very glittery, so we're gonna blend that on the outer edges of where we did cut our crease. And usually, beauties, I would recommend if you guys are going into glitter pigments or you want it to stay in a certain type of area, go into a flat concealer brush or any type of flat brush so you can define where that pigment is going to be. You can always also too make your pigments pop a little bit more. If they're glitter shades, just spray a little bit of setting spray onto your brush and it's gonna make your glitter pigments pop just a little bit more. Alright, beauty, so that's what it's looking like over here with that glittery pink shade over here, you guys. It doesn't pop up as much on camera, but you guys, in person, it definitely is a little more shimmery and glittery. So we're gonna be taking this beautiful golden glittery shimmer shade. This is called Super Stardust. So this glittery pigment, you guys, if you guys do have the palette, it's very more of a thicker consistency. It definitely has a different consistency than the other pigments because it is very more of a like foily glittery color. But you guys, once you put it on your eye, girl, you're gonna be like, woo-wee. Like, this glitter does pop. It's called Super Stardust. Nice bougie vibes, some iridescent vibes. All right, beauty, so I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna make it smaller on the inner corners, and then I'm gonna get really you know, a little more advanced, not advanced, but a little more thicker on the outer edge. Like, let me have you guys listen to this real quick. Like, just listen. Like, I guess that thing right there, it kind of gives it more, you know, kind of like a spray paint can. Like, it's kind of like satisfying some ASMR on my channel. All right, beauty, so that's what it's looking like after I did put on this black eyeliner, girl. So now I'm about to pop on my lashes, girl. So for lashes, I'm gonna show you guys what we're getting into. So I have these lashes. They are called Hollyhood over here. They're definitely, you know, nice, thick in length. These are from stripsby.rs Reign Supreme. I will also link her down below. You guys can click that link and it'll go directly to her page so you guys can see her lashes. This is from the day and night set. I believe there's also, don't quote me on this, but I think there's also 5 or 6 different lash styles in that collection. So this is from the day and night set, girl. So definitely check these out if you guys love some thick 25mm lashes or you guys love looking like a bad bitty, okay? So you guys, I'm gonna show you guys the lash outside of the packaging. This is what it looks like, girl. This is the lash by stripsby.rs. These lashes are in the style Hollyhood. All right, beauty, so that's what it's looking like over here, girl. Okay, we got them 25mm on here, period. Okay. All right, beauty, so now that we have our beautiful eyes done over here, girl, now we're gonna get into our face, girl. Our full face, be okay, period. All right, beauties, this has been my go-to product for a primer. So I'm getting into the Glassy Touch and Soul. This is really a moisturizer, and also you can use it as a primer. Well, it says primer. It's Touch and Soul Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm Primer. And then we're just gonna rub this in, beauty. So I'm just rubbing this into my face. So this is giving me back moisture into my face and also prepping and priming it for our foundation. All right, beauty, so I'm going into my favorite foundation. This is the Juviasplace I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I am in the shade Boga Toga. All right, beauty, so I'm trying to get this side of my face just a little bit full coverage. This foundation is full coverage, you guys. So if you're somebody who has a lot of breakouts, if you're somebody who has a lot of dark spots on your face, and I mean, if you have a lot of breakouts, you guys, definitely be cleaning your face because you don't want your pores congested and clogged from your breakouts and when you put on your foundation. But like, if you have a lot of dark spots on your skin and you guys are just looking for a nice full coverage foundation, Juviasplace I Am Magic Foundation, girl, is the perfect thing. And I got lucky, you guys. I found my correct shade on the first try of getting this. Boga Toga is like literally it blends it with my skin so well. And I'm so glad that I was able to do that because my BhCosmetics, you guys, Naturally Flawless. It doesn't have as much as that full coverage, but it's like, oh girl, it doesn't give me as much of a full coverage as this one does, and it's definitely a little bit of a more yellowy tone than my skin. Alright beauty, so that's about as full coverage as I'm gonna get with this foundation. This is a very good foundation. It's just I'm breaking out recently, so hopefully everything is looking good. And I'm about to get into my concealer, girl. So I'm going into my favorite concealer. This is the Master Conceal by Face Studio. So I'm gonna go into my highlighted areas. So beauties, I'm just blending this on my designated areas where we put our concealer. So under my eyes, right over here. I didn't use too much either because I didn't want to go too full beat. So I'm just using a little bit and blending this out with my beauty blender so we can get a nice smooth gradient effect on our foundation to our concealer. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a set, girl. I'm just giving this a little bit of set, you guys. I'm not using too much powder. I'm just using a little bit just to give those areas that I did put concealer on just some set. Now beauties, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my BhCosmetics Brilliance bronzer and Bronze Babe Girl, and we about to get sculpted out. I'm gonna go into my Makeup Revolution Highlight Reloaded and Dare to Divulge, beauties. I'm kind of just gonna pat it so we can get a blinding glow. Look at that, girl, period. I'm gonna try to diffuse this out a little bit because I was trying to get a little more. But you guys know me, I be, you know, extra as hell. So beauties, that's what it's looking like over here, girl. Bam boom. So I'm just gonna take the same matte eyeshadows that we did use on our eyes underneath my eyes. So we're gonna go into Chroma Spear and Quasar, and we're gonna blend those two pigments out under my eye. This part's right here. And like my nose and over here, and you're just gonna really just blend it out, girl. Just give it a good blend. Don't be afraid to go into eyeshadows, you guys, under your eyes, because it really just gives you a beautiful emphasis to your look. And then we're kind of like giving it a really good vibe here, you see, like we're really just giving it a nice emphasis on this look. So it is this shade right over here. It's called So Serious, and we're just gonna pop that right on our inner corner. And like I said, beauties, don't be afraid to get into your pigments, girl. I know some people like are afraid to like touch into their pigments or get into a palette, girl. And like I said, if you never tried to compare it, if you tried, you're not gonna even know how it's gonna turn out. So at least you know you gave it a try at the end of the day, and you did it and you completed it. Like you just like made it slay, girl. So just do you, girl, and be positive, you know. Do your thing, girl, do your thing, and it's gonna come out amazing. Try to emphasize these moles. Alright beauties, so you guys can see, I'm gonna show you the difference between one eye with pink and then the other eye without pink. So you guys can see, definitely gives it definitely a good old pop of color. Alright beauties, so that's both of my eyes popped out with that pink neon pigment, girl. Now the last step for our eyes, beauties, we're just gonna put on some lower lash mascara. Alright beauties, so now that we're done with our face and our eyes and everything, now we're gonna get onto our set of lips, girl. So I'm gonna take my black pencil liner and I'm just gonna line it out over her, girl, okay? Alright, so I'm going into Lorac lipstick. This is in the shade Mama Bear. So I already did line on my lips, as you beauties can see. So I'm going to go into this and blend it out. Alright, beauties, so that's what my lips are looking like. I just cleaned it up a little bit with my foundation. But girl, I popped together the Lorac lipstick in Mama Bear. And I also put on top the Revlon lip gloss. This is in Sugar Violet. So I paired these two together to get this nice glossy finish over here, beauties. Before I do forget though, let's set our face with our Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist by Colourpop. So let me just spray this up. Alright beauties, so now I'm just gonna get into doing my hair, girl, and I will be right back. Alright beauties, this is the completed look for the She's Got Solstice palette over here, okay beauties? So with this 9 shade of array colors over here, beauties, you can create this look right over here that you guys see. I did pair with a little bit of space buns and a little bit of temporary tattoos from tie-dye, so you guys can create this look with this palette right over here. I hope you guys do recreate this at home in the comfort of your own home and get your slay on over here, okay girl? And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget, girl, to hit that like button and that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload from me. And if you stuck to the end, girl, you are amazing. I freaking love you. You're so awesome. And I love you guys, and I will catch you guys on my next upload, girl. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.